Hey class, so this is going to be a shorter video than the last one. So I know that we're kind of creeping up to the end of the trimester, right? So we have this week, we're off, and we have 2 weeks before finals. So it's getting fast. We have a lot to do. Um, for your information, the final in this class is going to be your actual presentation and um, your slides on your business plan. So that's going to be your actual final. So that's going to be 10% of your grade. That's a pretty big chunk. So make sure we do a good job on that. But let's just focus on this right now, right? So your advertising project. So first off, this is not something that you're gonna have to present to the rest of the class. All right, this is something you can just turn in to me. So you kind of get off easy there. I might show some to the class just for an example, but it's not something you have to get up and explain. It's just something fairly easy. All right, so we kind of talked in the last video about what advertisement is and what I want to see in your projects. So let's take a look. So your task in this project is going to be to create one form of advertisement. All right, so you can go easy. You can just create a flyer. Um, just be an easy 8 by 11 sheet of paper. It must have color. It has to look good, right? You can create a magazine advertisement if you think that's the best bet for your project. Um, Looking back to the commercial, you can create a webcast or podcast that needs to be 30 seconds long. You can create something like a billboard, which again would just be on poster paper, or I don't really want you guys to turn in paper, but something on your computer that shows me that you created a billboard, a transit advertisement. But I'll also give you the option to get in some extra credit. So I know a few of you guys were talking about wanting to get extra credit in the class. So here's your chance to get 5 extra credit points. If you create a commercial, all right. So it needs to be a 30-second long commercial. I will give you 5 extra credit points if you do that. Same with a jingle. All right. So I will give you 5 extra credit points if you create a jingle. So if you're a musician or you just want extra credit points, this is something you can do. The commercials I do want to show to the rest of the class. So put some effort in them. They have to be good commercials. All right. You can't just film yourself for 30 seconds like, oh, I buy my product. It's great. All right. That's not going to fly. You have to put some kind of production value in it. And the jingle, you have to perform live in front of the class. So 15-second long jingle. If you perform it in front of the class, 5 extra credit points. All right. So those are your two chances if you want to put a little more effort in it and get that extra credit. You guys do need to put thought in these advertisements, all right? So this will be like the one advertisement you do for this class. So it needs to include a persuasion technique, right? So whether it's repetition, bandwagon testimonial, appeals of emotion, or an expert opinion. When I look at this, I must clearly be able to tell what technique you used. If I look at this and I can't tell, it's going to be points off. All right. So make sure that one of these are in there and I can tell what it is. You're going to have to obviously have the name of your product or service or business. All right. So I know what you're selling, right? I see commercials all the time. I saw one the other day that it made no sense at all. It was like, I wish I remember what it's for. I can't. So see, it wasn't a good commercial. It had nothing to do with what the person was selling at all. And I had no clue what they were selling. And then at the end, they quickly put their name and just went, I was like, what kind of commercial is this? No one's ever going to remember this. Um, it needs to have a catchy advertising slogan. All right. It needs to be new. So you can't use Nikes. All right. Come up with your own. Um, it needs to have the product or the service in it, right? So a picture of it will work. If you're doing a commercial, you have to have something that shows your product. If you're doing a podcast, you have to kind of describe what it is, what it looks like. If it's a service, make sure you talk about it in what the objective of your service is. So basically, it just needs to be creative, it needs to be organized and neat. Um, if you're if you're doing a billboard or you're doing a flyer, you're doing something and it's misspelled, I mean, major points off, right? I mean, this is like your big advertisement. Are you going to want spelling errors in it? No. So make sure you proofread everything. Again, the dollar sign goes in front of the number. Can I type on this? I can. So the dollar sign should be like this: $5, not $5. All right. So make sure the dollar sign is in front of the number, not behind. Make sure just to have a purpose in your message, right? So make sure I know that it's an advertisement, what technique or persuasion technique you're using, what your product is, and you'll do a good job. Again, you guys wanted extra credit, so it's going to be a little more work to do a commercial. It's going to be a little rougher to do a jingle, right? But 5 extra credit points is a lot. It's a 25-point project. So, I mean, you could get a 30 out of 25. Those 5 points go a long way. So that is your chance. If you guys have any questions, I will give you time on Wednesday or Thursday to work on this after you present your new project. If we are all virtual this week, I don't think we're going. I think we're going to be back in class, but it's something you're going to have to work on with your partner outside. These are going to be due the Monday or Tuesday after fall break. So if you're not doing anything fall break, you have a whole week to work on it. So you could probably put together a decent commercial then. If you're doing something, try to get it done this week so you don't have it lingering over your head. I really don't want you guys to have to work on anything during fall break. I'm going to be gone. I'm not working on anything during fall break, so I don't want you guys to have to either. But if you have any questions in the meantime, shoot me a remind message, shoot me a cannabis message. I will get back to you as soon as I can. That is it. Hope you guys have a good day.